Hello folks, we are back to the exercise 14.5. Now this is our part 2 video, and let's see what we have to do here now. In this question number 3, they give us a statement. They ask us to show it by, I think, contrapositivity. By method of contrapositivity, you are supposed to show that the statement is true. So let's analyze. What's given to us? X is an integer and x squared is even. That's given to us, and we have to show that x squared is also, if x squared is even, you have to show that x is also even. So because this is contrapositivity, we will be given the negative of this. So x is not even. That's given to us. Of course, x is an integer. That's there. And what do we have to show? The opposite of x squared is even. X squared is not even. If it's not even, definitely it has to be odd, right? So we could take it like that, or certain people, if you want, you can take it like that even and 2n plus 1 and 2n and all those complications. Both ways it's okay. Anyhow, you're able to establish that statement. So let's see now, how do we get across the proof? Given that x is not even, so given that x is an integer and x is not even, so therefore x is odd. Okay. Then now x is odd. Okay, so if x is odd, what do we know about its square? Square is always odd. I don't know whether we have analyzed. If it's clear, fine. If it's not clear, then you can take x, therefore x is sum to n plus 1. So x squared, every odd number is of this type. So let's take the square, 2n plus 1 the whole squared. So it's like 4n squared plus 4n plus 1. So though this part is even, yet that plus 1 will make it odd always, right? That plus, this even plus 1 will always make it odd. So if you don't understand it directly, this is how we understand it, that x squared is odd. Therefore x squared is odd. Okay, so that means x squared is not even. That's what. So hence proved, right? They only asked us to show that. Hence proved. Starting with x not even, we have shown that x squared is not even, and that's exactly what they had asked us to prove, and we have proved it by method of contrapositivity. So that's about this particular method. Question number 4, they give us two statements, and those statements are obviously false statements, and they ask us to give the counter example, as we did in an earlier problem. Give the counter example as to why this is not the why it is not true. If the angles of a triangle are equal, then the triangle is an obtuse angle triangle. If all the angles are equal, then it is a equilateral triangle. It's not an obtuse angle triangle. So to get a counter example to it. So so for example, since all angles are equal, let x be the equal angles, right? In the triangle, x plus x plus x is 180 by, because it is by angle sum property. So 3x is 180, x is 180 by 360. So therefore each angle is 60 degree. Hence the triangle is equilateral triangle and not obtuse angle triangle. Yeah, this is how we can do it. Then the next question again, it says that the equation x squared minus 1 equal to 0 doesn't have a root between 0 and 2. So this is a false statement, means there is a root between 0 and 2. That's what you have to show. So we will solve it. Yeah, here x squared minus 1 equal to 0, we are solving it. We can break it up, x minus 1 into x plus 1, or you can take the discriminant formula and quadratic formula and do it both ways. Product is 0 means you could have them becoming 0. So that is x being 1 or x will become minus 1. Therefore the roots are 1 and minus 1. Here 1 is a root between 0 and 2. So your given statement is false. Therefore given statement is false. That's all. Okay, so that's about this part where we have taken up these two questions. Then there is one more question left that we'll be taking in the next part. Thank you.